Well, tonight, a new shutdown issue that hits close to home. For every day it drags on, we could be less prepared to handle wildfires.
10 News anchor Brandon Bates joins us to explain. Brandon.
Well, John, Robin, the Tennessee-Kentucky Wildland Fire Academy that happens the second week in January every year isn't happening right now. That means 600 people looking for specialty training to better fight fires have to wait until next year.
We're forced to shut it down because the cost of maintaining the academy was unsustainable.
An annual Wildland Fire Training Academy has been canceled, and the government shutdown is to blame.
Canceling an event like that is kind of a big setback. Folks that can't attend that particular academy either have to look elsewhere to get that training or wait another year to get those much needed qualifications.
It's frustrating to do that.
Nathan Waters is the assistant district forester for East Tennessee. He says the academy provides vital education and experience.
It's important to have fire academies. There's some classes for some positions that you're trying to get into to get to a qualified instructor.
Because of its central location in Bell Buckle, Tennessee, the academy is a popular place to get certifications.
These courses are very much in demand. And when you have to skip a year, it could restrict your ability, or you may have to start over to get qualified into that position.
Tim Phelps was supposed to teach a class in fire prevention at the academy.
Because we haven't had that course, we potentially have 30 less team members that are trained in fire prevention.
Officials say that East Tennessee firefighters all have the proper training to do their jobs. The academy just provides the opportunity to obtain higher qualifications in the field.
It'll be missed, but it's something that we should be able to make up in years to come.
It's just an opportunity lost.
And Tennessee forestry officials wanted to stress that this cancellation of the fire academy isn't hindering anyone from doing their jobs effectively in East Tennessee. It's just a lost opportunity to gain other qualifications. Robin and John.
Brandon, thank you. Pigeon Forge received a national